If you behave so stupidly
Everyone will think you're a genius.
that no one can guess your intentions, you're indistinguishable from a magic person.
When last we left our heroes, what happened?
Oh, we had a nice time.
We went back to Treybin.
Yeah, you did.
And then we
And
stuck
for some
around.
reason.
We could have made some kind of plan, but instead we just acted natural in the town
Yes.
square.
That was the plan. We made the plan to do
I
that.
tried to make a plan very hard.
And then Father Cochrane was kind of like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And we were like, "I think you know exactly what the fuck we're doing here." We didn't. He was like, "Well, our mayor's gone missing." And we said, "Well, that seems like something we could help you with. Do you want us to help you locate your missing mayor?" And so then we poked around. We found a Hager in a bunker in the mayor's house. And we were like, "You need to sit tight because we're going to get up to some shit this evening. And we don't want you to get caught in the crossfire." And she was like, "Okay, that sounds good." And then we did some poking about. And then we waited for nightfall. And then we split the party.
Yep, you sure did.
And we found the guy from the Da Vinci Code in the basement,
Yep.
self-flagellating. I'm looking at Robin's notes and I can't read anything except "what the fuck" written in giant letters.
No eyes, no ears. WTF.
Yeah.
That's where we ended
Trevor, you want to describe that motherfucker again?
Yeah.
Robin did a great job.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, so, with that all out of the way, you two please roll initiative,
Oh,
please.
God!
It's Seren and Surrie. At it again.
Mm-hmm.
S for Surrie or S for Seren. That
We
makes
can
sense.
identify our bodies.
So just so I have this right, it's you two in the fetish basement, and then you two are outside,
Yeah.
hidden in the shadows. Okay,
Anyway. Oh,
initiatives please, Seren.
Yeah, you're right. The
On
sun
a natural
action.
20?
Surrie.
23.
He got a fat one. Okay. As he turns to face you, it's
Face.
coming to or not so much face as it is in this instance. As he turns to not face you, he's got skin grafted over the entire upper portion of his with this sort of black hood pulled up over him. It's like that medieval where it's just the hood and then no shirt underneath, and he's like skin stretched over a skeleton
Ew, ew.
with these like rotting like sackcloth pants around the bottom of him. And in his hand he holds a vicious and cruel, gnarled cat of nine tails. So good luck.
Maybe he could be reasoned with.
And that's the mayor,
Yeah,
right?
that's the mayor.
What is the lighting situation like in this fetish basement?
It's lit by dim candles.
Hmm.
So
So we might
dim.
call it dim?
we can call it dim, yeah.
Ah.
We came down these stairs.
You came
that are
down these
far
stairs,
from you?
yes. So these go up back to the office. Why?
I was just.
No reason.
So I know where to put myself, that's all. Oh, you're all the way up there? Okay.
Oh, no,
What?
I'll be with you.
No, we don't have to be. How far away
Yeah, we
are we
do.
from there? 'Cause-
Okay, Surrie, you're up first.
Oh,
What would you like to do?
Has he seen us?
Well, that's an
See?
interesting
Oh,
question.
shit, you're right. Does it seem as though he's noticed our
He is
presence?
alerted to your presence.
Does he look like he wants to hurt us?
Well, he's... Yep.
Great.
Why beat around
Great.
the bush?
I'll go on up to him then. Please, thank
Okay.
you. There's nothing else, no other in the cages. Sorry.
Now, the cages are empty.
Great.
Just cages.
22 to hit.
To hit, yes.
Okay, that's good. He's naked mostly.
My only friend is so far away. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Okay, great.
I didn't do Booming Blade on purpose. I don't know why.
When we're playing
But it
Strahd,
was on purpose.
almost everything we fought was in this little database. And now I've made the choice to homebrew almost everything, and so I have to...
So how are you to know?
Why do I do this to
You
myself?
silly bench.
Anything else, my friend?
Ooh, that was all my movement, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna. You just do you.
No, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Seren, you're up.
Can you remind me if this mayor looks conscious?
Not the Mo. He's got pretty gnarly lacerations all over him.
Does it look like he's bleeding to death?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to tell. Well, Give me a perception check.
In this dim light, I mean.
Oh, so many. 24.
He looks unconscious, but it's not like, his blood's not pouring out of him, so you don't think he's in any, immediate danger.
Okie dokie.
I just gotta
With a
wait for
bonus
it.
action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this young man.
Okay.
Young man.
Then I'm going to run up behind him this way.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm going to drop my dice.
Yes, sir, young man.
Pop. With a 19 plus stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, he's going to take 9 points from my first punch.
9.
9.
Okay.
And he needs to make a con save.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, bro, the
yeah,
sun's
that's
still
a 19.
That makes it. Okay. So with my second, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
That'll do.
So do I double the dice roll for Hunter's Mark as well?
Yeah, you roll 4d6s there, pal.
Old
He's
dice
in danger.
rolled.
Well, yeah.
We're both in danger, but this
Yeah.
one makes me feel good.
All 4 of us are in danger.
54.
Oh, so many max damage. That's gonna be a 22 points of damage,
Juicy.
and he has to make another con save.
Juicy.
Like the fruit.
That's only 15?
Just makes it.
Oh, okay. It's his
Uh-oh.
turn. So as you both move forward and begin inflicting blows upon him, as you slash and punch and drive your weapons and fists into his body, he barely seems to register that the damage is being done to him. And he throws his head back and gives out this, gurgling blood cry into the air. And then is going to raise back the cat o' nine tails and strike out at you, Surrie.
That way they can identify your bodies.
Thank you,
That
Ian.
is going to be a 18 to hit.
Do it. Come on. What are they for if not now?
Not if I cast shield.
Yeah. So the tendrils lance forward, but bound off of your shield as it manifests before you. And he can attack again, but will also miss. And we are back to you, Surrie.
What's me? Was that a very loud noise you just made?
Oh, his scream?
The
Yeah,
blood
it's pretty
gurgle.
loud.
Do I see any movement up
Pretty
top?
loud. Oh, great question. No.
Okay. There were two who started talking to each other, but they hadn't gone anywhere yet.
No, correct. All 9 of the paladins are still arrayed outside.
Yeah.
Can I have a listen and see if it sounds like anyone's coming down here?
You can try. There's a lot going on. Give me a perception check. At disadvantage.
Oh, Jesus. 18 plus 9. I rolled a nat 20 and 18.
Sure. So even, you hear, it's
A mouse
hard,
farts a mile away.
it's hard to get your bearings over the of the individual before you, but you don't hear any footsteps coming from the roof above you or anything like that.
Okay.
So you don't get the impression that anyone else is coming at this moment.
A minnow queefs down the river.
I will
Weird
attack.
Horse is singing ABBA to himself.
What song is it?
There are no words.
Waterloo.
Oh, good.
Well, I'll stab at him.
You have advantage.
I sure do.
Which means you can sneak
That
attack.
was a fucking journey. 16?
16? 16 does not hit.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Seren.
Okay. Ooh, no, probably not. With a 14? No. Okay, so those two
You do
dice.
need advantage?
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's better though. That's 28.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
I did that 20 and an 18, and then a 6 and 5.
So he takes
That was
another
rough.
13 points of my fist and needs
Okay.
to make another con save.
And there comes a normal fist.
16.
He makes it. So then I am going to Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Spend MQ points, bro.
That's 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna take another 9 points of fist and make another con save.
Oh, okay.
16 again.
Okay, and last one.
Never saw that movie.
27.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And 11 more points of fist, and one last con save.
9.
Yeah, okay, he's stunned.
Oh boy! All right, cool.
Whew, okay, he's stunned.
He sure is. When it is his turn, but he is stunned, so we will move right on to Surrie.
Cool. Yeah, I'll stab at him again. 27.
Yeesh.
That should get him.
22 points of damage.
22 points of damage. Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Yeah, back to Sarah.
Okay. 28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Healthy. 16 points of damage.
Oh, man. You guys do so much. Okay.
17.
To hit, yes.
12 more points of damage.
Okay.
And then a flurry of blows. That's a 28 again to hit.
Yeesh.
So that's another 10 points of my fist.
Uh-huh.
Was that my first or second flurry of blows? Because I just...
Second.
Great, okay. Like in the attacks, not the times I've used it.
Oh. That was the second one, I think.
Was it? Because I just...
It was your blow. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
It was your first flurry, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
So your third attack.
Right, but I have 4, so... that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okie dokie. And another 10 points of my fist.
As you drive your fists continuously into his back with your precise blows, you begin to start to hear the shattering of bones as you drive your fists into his rib cage. And it is now his turn. But as you just absolutely smash and shatter his frail body, he tosses his head back and again gives another scream of rage, and you begin to see all of the blood vessels across his body begin to swell and engorge, and his skin takes on this sort of reddish hue, and once that was just this sort of frail skeleton appearance begins to swell as muscles ripple across his body, and he just sort of hulks out a little bit and goes to drive at you again with the cat o' nine
You
tails.
put him into phase 2.
Yeah, sorry, I think he had another health bar. I'm sorry.
You made a mistake coming here.
Okay, that's gonna be at you, Surrie. That's gonna be nat 20.
Not if I cast shield.
Yeah! That's what we're here to do. Grand.
Oh.
He'll swing again. That will also miss. Fantastic. D&D is a
You're
fun
doing great,
game.
buddy. You're doing
It's
great.
back to you, Surrie.
Oh, I was going to say I feel like we shouldn't kill him, but this is different. This is new. Stab. 28.
Yep.
Meanwhile, do you have
Oh,
any
shit.
fives?
Okay, no, go.
Threes. 30
Points
points
of
of damage.
Hey, look at me, I'm the rogue.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay, 30. Anything else?
No.
Okay, fantastic. Seren.
Isn't that enough?
That's all I can do.
Okay, those are both 15, so 24 to hit.
Yep.
You're 14 points of damage.
Okay.
28 to hit.
Yep.
Ooh, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna flurry these blows while we can.
Flurry away.
All right.
24 to hit again.
Yep.
9 more points of damage.
Okay.
And that's not gonna hit, probably 15.
No.
Yeah, okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Excellent. Hoo boy. Okay. So now it's his turn again. He's not gonna attack Surrie this time, because fuck that. He's gonna attack Seren. He turns to you and slashes at you with the cat o' nine tails.
Gosh, I wish you wouldn't.
That's going to be a 22. Yeah. They rake across your body, and you feel the heads of the Ninetail cut across you, but then you also feel this all too familiar sensation of necrotic energy leaching into your body.
We gotta get out of here.
And so it's going to be 15 points of slashing damage, and then 24 points of necrotic damage.
Is that the kind that you can't heal from?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a vampire-specific thing, I think.
Does it look like his wounds are closing?
Yes.
Shit.
So you feel
Why would you
where
ask that?
Surrie struck with her dagger. You see the lacerations knit themselves back together, and you can hear the sounds of bones unsnapping and sort of rearranging themselves into their proper orientation.
Sorry, we might want to lead him on a bit of a chase.
It is your turn again, Surrie. Wait, actually, no, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do it again. Before we go to your turn, we travel outside.
Okay.
You two, sitting in the shadows, observing the paladins standing in the distance. You see...
Is this old maid?
Crazy eights.
You see one of the paladins go a little stiff and rigid and turn his head upwards towards the sky for just a breath. And then coming back, seemingly snapping back into reality, he travels to sort of the what you've come to assume is the lead one, the one that has addressed you every time you've had interactions with them, and holds up his hand and seems to whisper something into the leader's ear, who then, you see them sort of congregate, and you see 4 retake their positions standing guard outside the temple, but 5 of them start to make their way, sort of fanning out into the streets around.
As soon as they start congregating, can I do my thing?
Sure.
I've been waiting for them to make a move.
Okay, great.
Okay. I'm going to just step forward.
Uh-huh.
They're probably looking at me if I'm within 60 feet of them, correct?
If you're sort of stepping out into the street, then they could see you, yeah.
Great. But I'm making my way to within 60 feet of them.
Okay.
Good evening, paladins.
Okay, they all sort of whip their heads around to see you down the street.
A fantastic night for it. I think that with the clear moon outside, you all might do well with a nice dip in the river, perhaps. Maybe even just a fresh, skinny dip of that sort. Altogether, you deserve a bit of a rest, I think. And I'm going to cast Mass Suggestion on all 9 of them.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throws, please.
I wish everyone could have just seen Trevor's face.
Yeah, okay.
You've all been working so very hard.
Suggest.
You think it's super unlikely for that to happen 9 times in a row, but it's actually quite possible.
They could easily all succeed. Like, this could go nowhere.
Or the funnier one where 8 of them fail.
And one
is left behind and pretends that he failed.
guys?
It's gonna be like the scene from Mulan where she's like, I hope I never see a naked
Yeah.
man again.
Okay, alright, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna roll 9 dice.
Sure.
Okay, so that is a 18,
That succeeds.
a 3,
Nope.
a 2,
Nope.
a 20,
Yep.
a 16,
That fails.
a 2.
Fails.
How many was that?
2 have succeeded.
Thank you, Robin.
3 failures, 2 successes. 4. Sorry, 4
failures,
failures, 2
2
successes. You get 3 more.
Okay. A 21
That succeeds.
and a 5.
We can take 3.
And
Oh.
a 17.
That just makes it.
Okay.
1 and a half. That is 5 out of 9.
Okay, 5 out of 9 of them get a funny look on their face.
They just think
okay.
that's a really good idea, and they should do it for 8 hours.
And start strolling down the street towards the river.
Man, they're gonna chase all the trout away. Stubbs never gonna catch anything again.
I mean, he'll catch a trout. It's just not quite
Oh,
what it
fantastic. I love this game.
used to look like.
I craft these really elaborate scenarios.
Oh, don't you?
And the best part, it's not concentration.
It sure isn't.
All right.
Okay, so
Sorry.
5 of them
Sorry,
carry
buddy.
on now.
We love you, God.
The one, the sort of head one,
I'm sure he
starts
made it,
to
yeah.
watch them go. And he's like, now what in the hell do you all think you're... They're right! Where are you going? What? And they just go. And he whips his head back around to see you. Are you still hiding, Kashek?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess they agreed. It's pretty hot out.
Foul sorcery. Cochrane was right about you. You're here for nothing but trouble. It don't matter. It don't matter one way or the other. My orders are to bring you to him. He wants to speak with you.
To speak?
That's what I said.
Can you not come here? What a lovely evening it is outside.
He don't come to people, he summons them to him. He is the light of the luminary on this gray and deserted earth.
Well, then I wouldn't mind a conversation then, I suppose.
Very good. And he turns to the two of them. Go get the two in the basement.
Uh-oh. You don't know which two he's talking about? There were two in there before we got there.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but one of them just went, "Ah! I'm receiving a message from the mothership."
One of them T-post.
What the hell did you do to them?
I just gave them a really good idea. And they agreed it was a really good idea. Just a suggestion.
I'm just gonna bring you to the father. Whatever gets you out of my damn town fastest is fine by me.
You'd feel a lot better if you took a bath as well.
Enough out of you. No more sorcery. Go get the two in the basement. God damn it, I'm tired of this. And two of the paladins make their way into the church. Let's go back to the basement.
Oh my god.
Where you have no knowledge of what's happened.
Just to
Yes.
be clear, those people are the ones that he's been calling like eye, ears, sphincter, whatever.
He
Eyes
hasn't
and ears,
referred to
yes.
any of the paladins specifically in that way yet.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what Kashek knows and what we've
Yeah.
inferred.
You saw him refer to the priests that were moving around inside the church in that way. He referred to one as eyes and ears and
Okay.
another as tongue and mouth.
So these guys are just peacekeepers otherwise, to our knowledge.
Well, one
So
of
far
them
as
just
you
did
can
a receiving a message
Right.
from the mothership.
But up to this point.
Yeah. As far as you can tell. Let's go back to the basement where it is
I love going back to
I
that.
believe it's my turn.
Surrey's turn.
We're running? I'm running. I'm gonna disengage and just go,
You going?
yeah, just to the other side of the room. As far as I can go.
Okay.
Fuck. How is the mayor hung up
It's like suspended in the air by his
by
wrists.
manacles?
Yeah, and he's got manacles around his ankles too, chained to the floor.
Could always dash away out.
No, I don't want to go that far. And the motherfucker just has a hood and pants on. No, like, I don't know, key ring around his belt or anything.
You could try to perceive if
Okay,
you wanted to.
I would love to. 18.
You don't see anything on this person.
Great. I'll do that.
Okay, you've dashed away. Okay, Seren, it is your turn.
21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. So he takes 13. Then he takes nothing, because that was a critical
Okay.
failure. Then I am going to strip of the wind and disengage.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna hightail it. 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 up the stairs. Next one.
Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, you're trying to go.
He is going to give another howl of rage and come barreling across the chamber.
Yeah.
It's bad. We're running, it's bad.
30 is
That's
exactly enough. And he's going to again lash out at you. Surrie. That is going to be a 24. That's going to be a 24.
Yeah.
And he's mad now,
Druid for
so
my
he's
blood.
going to do
Can you uncannily dodge?
7 points of slashing damage.
But
And then 10 points of necrotic damage. As the cat of nine tails whoosh, slashes across you.
Yeah, I'll uncanny dodge that.
Okay.
So 17 total, which would
Correct.
be 8.
We're back to you, sorry.
Okay. I'll attack him.
Okay.
13.
To hit?
Yeah.
Maybe he got weak.
I didn't think so.
Maybe he sneezed at a really inconvenient time.
Cool. Then I'll just, bonus action disengage and go on up the stairs there.
Up the stairs? Okay, great. So
Thanks,
you
pal.
rush back up the stairs,
fuck.
emerging again in the office of Father Cochrane. Seren, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna run after Surrie. And
Okay.
if it takes me 100 feet of movement to get...
So you're dashing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you you back up the stairs, blitz by Surrie, out into the office, and sort of come out onto the landing, and you see the two paladins who were coming from outside, about like midway down the sort of central passage of the church below you. So you're standing on the balcony, sort of up above them.
Okay. If I go back through the office, the stairs were in his office,
Yeah, under his desk.
right? So can I see outside from where I am?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can get back out onto the balcony outside of his office.
No, I meant through the window.
Oh, through the window?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. If you want to, do you still have the action economy to teleport?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Not if I dashed. Well, it's my whole action to dash, right?
Yes.
Then I'm
Still a bonus action.
Yeah. Is there a latch or anything on the window?
Not that you can see.
God damn
It's just huge, sort of stained glass.
Didn't you come in that way?
it. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm thinking about Surrie.
Okay. So I got in.
Yeah, right. So
You both teleported inside, right?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
So I run up to the window and then I shadow step again outside of it.
Okay. Yes, so you emerge, the cool air refreshing after the stiffness and dim heat of the chamber below.
And then I'm gonna keep my eyes locked on the window to make sure that my very good pink friend can also do the same thing.
Okay. That's going to bring us to his turn. Is going to also emerge from the staircase below the office, sort of like his massive shoulders. He's sort of like ping-ponging up the stairway as he makes his way up in a rage to get at you. It's going to take you one more time. Sorry. 17? Hits? Okay, he's going to do 11 slashing damage plus 18 necrotic damage.
Well,
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that
hell yeah.
again.
See, I worried that I overreacted when he took me to half health in one hit. And now I'm thinking that we didn't actually do that.
Nah, I think you're alright. He doesn't seem like he's gonna stop.
Cool.
No, but I would like there to be more meat shields around.
That's what I mean.
You guys are the meat shields.
Whoa.
It's your turn again, Surrie.
I'm going to Misty Step out the window. Bye.
You do so, appearing besides Seren again. Everything becoming quiet again. Maybe just some chirping crickets as you again emerge into the cool night air. But from behind you, up on the second floor, you hear boom, 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 smash as he shatters his way through the stained glass window. Falling through the air, he lands with a sickening crunch.
And how much fall damage does he take?
He'll take some.
He's not gonna care.
Yeah, but,
He's also healing.
But now all anyone can see is him chasing us, and we didn't do anything.
Yeah, and we didn't break their window.
We didn't break
I
the
was
window.
thinking about the property damage.
He lands with a sickening crunch on the ground in front of you. And it seems like as he collides with the ground, he dislocates an arm and his neck twists in a grotesque way. But he's kind of rights himself, everything seeming to kind of snap back into place.
Sir.
Do we hear any of this?
You sure do. We're going to snap back to the front of the church. All of your heads swivel as you hear this massive shattering of glass.
Kashek does twice.
I was gonna say, I think two of them actually turn slightly and I swivel.
Yeah, you just hear this crash of glass and the sickening squanching sound as something falls to the ground on the backside of the church.
Should have squanched.
What would you guys like to do?
We can't see any of it?
No, because you're still standing out at the front of the building, and there's 2 alleyways to the side of it, but they're at the back of the building.
What does the head bitch in charge do at the sound?
All the remaining paladins swivel their heads around towards the origin of the sound, too. Well, actually, now there's just 3 of them outside the church with you, because 2 went inside.
But there are only 4.
2 outside, 2 inside,
Okay,
5
great,
went.
great.
Yeah. 2 are outside, 2
Sure.
are inside, 5 are in the river.
They're on their way. They're holding hands, they're skipping.
Yeah, so the 2 swivel their heads around towards the origin of the sound, and the sort of leader is like, what else can you lot possibly ruin?
I don't know, but that sounds bad. So I promise this is not any kind of aggressive gesture, and I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. Shards of moisture coalesce on my body, and a bit of icy armor scales appear upon my torso.
God, I just want this night to end. Be about it then.
Do you want to come with us?
Fine, lead the way. Let's go.
Off we go. I'm gonna ride this man.
I'll fly.
What?
What?
So I'm gonna say you can all sort of get, if you want to use your actions, quote unquote, to dash, you can get around the back of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you all
Are you
just
coming, or are you still?
I'm flying over, yeah.
Nice.
And I can, if it matters, I will get there first because dashing
Yeah,
and
yeah,
flying
yeah.
is 100 feet per second.
Absolutely,
Or
yeah.
seconds.
You and the 2 remaining paladins coming around the corner of the back of the building, Geshek flying above, come around the corner just as the creature is sort of getting to his full height and bearing down on Seren and Surrie. He's gonna take his attack on. Oh, let's just say it's gonna be Surrie.
It's gonna be Surrie.
But he will miss with a 14. He again lashes out, but maybe a little discombobulated after having just crashed through a window, misses his attack.
Fallen 40 feet.
So I am going to get you guys in on this. Do both of you please roll me an initiative? I'm just going to add you into the current
I
one.
will inish.
Because this is the end of the round, so. Kashek,
15.
Alcyone.
19.
Great. So that's him. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order, which is still Surrie.
Woo! The
Where-
2 of these 2 have come.
Yes, so you can see them coming around the side of the building and Kashek flying above.
What about, and I can see the,
Yeah, you
paladin
see the
too?
2 paladins with them, yes.
Great.
I'm with them.
What what I'm gonna do is, so yeah, okay. I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Bless you.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah, so let's expand
Dixon.
here. There's a bunch of shattered glass all around here, so we're gonna call this rough terrain, just underneath the window here.
Yep.
Cool. So I was next to him because he attacked me. But yeah, I'm gonna disengage and just walk back and make it look like I didn't do anything, you know?
How far back are you going?
He's chasing me. I didn't ask for any of this. Put me 1 step behind Seren. But next to her, yeah, thank you.
Okay,
You still have action or anything?
that brings us to Seren.
They can see us?
Yeah, everybody can see you. See what's happening.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna take the dodge action for this turn.
Okay.
And... that's it.
Okay. Alcyone,
Gonna
that
back
brings
up
us
here to my good friend Surrie.
Okay. I see big honking monstrous man who just did a monster smash through the, I assume.
It was a graveyard smash.
Well, looks like it. We're not in a graveyard now, are we?
No, you're not.
Great. Just curious. I'm going to step up just around the corner here, and I'm just going to raise a hand,
Mm-hmm.
and just say, "Now you look like you're having a very bad night. You could probably just, I don't know, calm down a bit and cast Charm Monster on the big man.
Okay.
Wisdom save. I'm gonna assume with advantage because it still counts as they're fighting it, I'll let you decide that. They make it with advantage if I or my companions are fighting it.
Does he
Well,
know?
Technically did just, stop fighting it.
He also doesn't know that we're together. It's up to you.
Well,
If that
So if
fighting,
he
you'd be like,
knows that you're
Yes.
working together,
if
he
I'm
doesn't
fighting,
know that. He
okay,
doesn't
great.
know that. He's just gonna do it.
Then a straight save.
Okay.
oh, it's good.
Wow. So counting that 4, 5.
He fails. He is charmed till I or my companions do anything harmful to it.
So what are the effects of such?
Yeah, so now he is charmed essentially. So he regards me as friendly for the duration of the spell. I cannot attack the charmer or target me with harmful effects and stuff like that. And I have advantage on ability checks to interact socially. That doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't attack
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Okay. Great. Okay.
So yeah, not a foolproof plan.
So he sort of is focused on these two, and as you speak and cast your spells, he kind of whips his head around, pinpointing in on you. Still crying out in his rage, but as your spell takes place over him, he's kind of like.
That's alright, big man. Tough night. I know. Tell me about it.
And actually, you see, he starts to shrink down a little bit. The hyper diffusion of his blood coursing through his body seems to slow, and he comes back into that more skinny-ish self as he sort of comes down off the rage a little bit, being charmed by you. Kashek, it's your turn.
Well,
Oh, bonus action, I'm gonna just turn to Kashek. Best of luck, my flying friend. Make sure the big man isn't your end. And you're going to have a tasty... Where the fuck? I can never find that one. D10 of inspiration for you.
thanks, man. I'll float on over to the ladies. Who's bleeding more?
Technically me, I think.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Seren.
Thank you.
7.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, great.
I'm not fucking with Alcyone stews right now.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So one of the paladin, the paladin next to you, the leader who kind of came up behind you, looks at this creature and immediately draws his sword. What in the 9 hells is that thing?
See, I was kind of hoping you were going to know something about that.
Yeah, that was.
It came out of your...
How would I, as a God-fearing man, know anything about that?
So
Well, it was in your church.
Don't be speaking lies out of your mouth.
I'm not.
I asked you to look up.
And he does.
It came right through that
gesturing
window.
to the-
Yeah.
What the hell? Oh,
We found your mayor.
what do you mean you found the...
Oh, did you find him? Well done.
He's in the church.
This ain't making any sense. It's just more of your witchcraft, isn't it?
No.
We can prove it.
Why don't you go take him to where Demeyer is? Yeah?
We can prove it if you put your weapons.
I'm not listening to any more of your lies or your witchcraft. I'm not having any more of it tonight. And he's brandishing his sword at all of you. I'm bringing you all to the Father. He'll sort this out. I'm not dealing with any more of this bullshit.
You don't want to go to him with proof.
I don't need proof of nothing.
The mayor was injured before that man chased us out of your church.
I don't get a shit about the mayor. Far as I know, you're all trying to lead me into the same trap you led him into. I'm not doing any more of this. I'm bringing you to the Father, and that's the end of that.
Where is the father?
I'll take you to him.
What about you? I look at the other paladin. Thoughts on this?
He has also brought out his sword, and it is squaring up with his shield, but says nothing.
No.
A cap. Or wait, no, I fucked up.
A
Pab.
Old cops are paladins.
No.
That's going to bring us to
Oh,
the
fuck.
creature's turn,
Sure.
who seems a little entranced with you, Alcyone.
Does he get to repeat the save?
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
It's an hour of him being charmed.
It is a 4th level spell, though, isn't it?
And
It's worth it.
sort of makes his way through the broken glass here, and you can see it cutting into his feet.
Oh,
But he
buddy,
doesn't even
that
really
looks-
seem to notice.
That looks bad for you.
And he makes his way over, the cat o' nine tails sort of dangling in his hand. And he just sort of makes his way over to you, Alcyone, reaching one hand out towards you.
Hold out my hand a little bit.
Okay.
Yes? What can I do for you, my friend?
He's just sort of like swinging his hand around
Oh,
a
we
bit of
can't
Oh, don't. That's
see.
all right. That's all right. Now
And
just
he
sort of-
like and he sort of recoils as he makes contact with your hand.
Can you speak, my friend?
What?
Are we still within initiative order?
No, I think we're gonna come out of combat.
Okay. Then I would.
You just stand in the cool night with this creature before you, charmed and very confused.
Do I A, understand what he's saying?
What language do you speak?
Common, infernal, abyssal, deep speech, primordial.
No, but give me a religion check.
Okay.
Do we want to let them take us to the father? Or do we want to, like...
I want to go get the mayor.
Yeah, so we need to think about these two chocolate
Religioso is going to be 15.
You don't exactly know the translation of what he's saying, but you recognize the things that he is saying as verses from a religious text. He seems to be able to only speak in scripture.
Oh no.
Paladin, sir, and you can leave the sword up. Do you understand what this man is saying?
Well, he seems to be speaking from the good book, but it don't seem like any creature of the luminary I ever seen before. Seems more like some kind of demon out of hell.
Gonna not touch that for a moment.
Oh.
I'm going to say, now this may shock you, but don't be alarmed. We can possibly work together, and I will do you no harm. And I'm going to give inspiration to this guy, which...
To the thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Which, with one of my subclass features, when something possesses one of my bardic inspiration dice, can communicate with me telepathically until I expend it.
Okay, great. That's excellent. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cast that upon that creature. Do you reach out? Can you communicate telepathically with it?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
It's a two-way street.
Okay.
We don't need to share a language.
Okay, great. So as you cast it upon it, it doesn't seem to reach out at first. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to sort of... can you hear me? It's the one in front of you.
Yeah, so as this voice rings out in its mind, it seems to recoil at first and sort of... it doesn't have eyes, it can't really
Right.
see anything, so it just kind of wings its head around, seemingly confused at the origin of the noise.
Pat its arm a little bit. And then
And again, it
do
recoils at your touch, kind of throwing its arms up over itself as if expecting some sort of a blow of some kind. It seems to like scrunch down a little bit, old prostrate, and throwing its arms up over its head to try to protect itself.
Oh no.
Telepathically, I'm just going to say, I mean you no harm, and I'm not going to hurt you.
A voice comes back to your mind in just broken bits of language, as if you were... It's almost as if you were trying to telepathically communicate with an animal. It's really more feelings
Sure.
than language. It's just sort of these... Yeah, so it's sort of these broken bits of feelings and scattered words that come back to your mind. Scare. Hurt. Luminary. You... speak.
I will say back to him. This is also silent, so you're just watching me kind of look roughly at this.
Yeah.
What, 8 feet tall? You said?
We're not like...
No, I
No?
mean he's human sized.
Okay, all right.
He's a dude.
I'm gonna communicate as best I can. I'm a friend. There's no need for harm. Not to you, not to others. Scared too.
Lord, Speak. Voice. Heard. And he kind of like turns to you, Alcyone. He's still on his knees and kind of like bows down with his hands out in front of you.
Oh, that's not out loud. Oh, that's not necessary.
Are you speaking with him?
I was trying to. And in fairness, I have done that. I think he thinks I'm the luminary.
But he's being friendly towards you?
For about 55 minutes.
That's strangely specific.
Yeah, I know a lot about my spells.
If that's the case, could you... No, I kind of look at Surrie for a second. Please tell him that we are sorry for hurting him. We were just very frightened, and we thought he was going to hurt us.
Oh, that's a complex thought. I will do my best. Not for me, you understand.
Maybe just start with sorry?
Yeah, I will speak to him. The ones from below, they are sorry. They were frightened. They did not wish to hurt you. The ones you chased. Yeah, that's probably a lot.
Pain. Living. Pain. Punishment. I punish. I pain.
Yeah. Well, for now, why don't we go back into the church? Why don't we all go into the church for a moment? I look at the paladins.
No. My orders are to take you to the Father, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now let's put that demon out of its misery and be on our way so we can put an end to all this.
Well, I wouldn't advise
No,
that.
uh-oh.
This is, I mean, you saw the size of this gentleman when we arrived on the scene. Meaning no offense. Your resolve and your zeal is admirable. But so is this one's strength. Perhaps diplomacy is best. For now. We can talk to the Father afterwards.
Diplomacy with that monster? I don't know what kind of nonsense you're talking or what hell you came from, but I am not gonna live in it. Now put it out of its misery and let's go to the Father.
A question for you. Am I a monster to you?
That is yet to be ascertained.
And yet you are speaking to me, engaging in diplomacy.
Because the Father told me to. He ain't told me nothing about that thing.
Does it bother you to speak to me?
I do my job.
What is your name?
I don't gotta tell you that.
You don't have to.
And I won't. Now enough gabbing. I got a job to do and I intend to do it.
You respect those who can control holy light, is that right?
I respect the luminary and those that speak for them.
I'm gonna use my ring.
Mm-hmm.
Not anywhere near me. Just like... Luminary, if you're listening, please give us a sign that we should go back into the church. And then I'm gonna moonbeam, like, next to me.
He watches the pale light come down from the sky and looks at it for a moment and then looks at you very gravely. If you're trying to impress me, you should have read the scriptures a little closer. A moonlight is a pale imitation and trick by the Night Mother. Enough of this! I've had enough!
I've read more scripture than any of you.
Now, you can either put that thing out of its misery and come with me, or things might get a little hairy around here.
I'm not hurting it. You're free to do what you wish.
I'm going near that thing.
Well,
Can I-
seems we're at an impasse then.
Can I meander over to Alcyone?
Sure.
Might you try what you have tried on our friend here on these two?
I suppose it's worth a shot. Gentlemen, I think we can all just have a relaxing talk about this, and I will, at 5th level, cast Charm Monster on both of them.
Okay.
Monster just includes everything
Yeah, I know. I know.
from there.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So they both need to make wisdom saves.
Do they know when it's been cast on them if it fails?
Probably.
Did they know that you tried to do suggestion on them?
When the spell And suggestion, no.
Okay.
But for this, when the spell ends, yes. So I'm assuming.
So if they fail,
If it-
they would know. Yeah.
I'm assuming if they
If
succeed
it
on
fails,
it.
yeah,
they would know
that
as well,
something has
yeah.
been attempted. Okay.
Yeah, as I'm sort of speaking the words, I'm just going to look at Kashek and just sort of give a motion.
Okay. All right, here it goes. So that's gonna be
And we're not fighting, so I guess they wouldn't do it with advantage.
a
Unless you call it verbal stat fighting.
17
Oh, fuck, that succeeds.
and 12.
That fails. Which one's which?
Guess.
Yeah.
So the other one sort of gets that same sort of glazed look behind his eye, and just sort of looks towards you, Alcyone.
But he's just friendly.
Yeah. He lowers his sword a little bit and his shield a bit, and sort of kind of looks doughy-eyed at you for a moment, and then just turns his head towards the other paladin, sort of expectantly.
Now, don't you think we should maybe investigate the church first?
It whips his head around. What have you done to him? I've had enough of your black magic for one night. I know the father told me, but I can't take any more of your sorcery. And he wings around and sort of takes the butt of his shield and smashes it into the face of the other paladin. Weak mind, falling for their black magic. And the other one kind of collapses, dropping his sword and shield and clutching his face as blood spurts out of his nose. I've had enough of you for one night. And he begins to raise his shield as suddenly, that's quite enough, rings out through the cold night. And he sort of stops in shock, whipping his head around and from the other side of the building.
We got what we wanted.
Well, not quite.
Yeah.
I haven't let Moonbeam go yet. Yeah, just for out of curiosity's sake.
Father Cochrane comes around the side of the building and for a moment just sort of takes a minute to drink in what he's seeing. There's a shattered window above, the bits of glass still lying in the dewy grass below it. One of his paladins clutching his face, blood pouring out of a broken nose.
Good friend of mine.
The other with his sword still a little bit raised.
Oh, after a minute, Moonbeam goes away. Sorry. So I have let Moonbeam go.
Okay. The creature sort of still just prostrate on the ground in front of you.
That's alright, you stayed her.
And Father Cochrane sort of takes one moment to appraise all of this and then looks to the four of you. Well, there seems to be no limit to the trouble the four of you can cook up now, is there?
Who is this creature?
Friend of mine. Helpful servant. Helpful tool.
I turn to the paladin. Is that enough for you?
Father, what is the meaning? Luminara works in mysterious ways. And so do I. Forget what you've seen here tonight. I need to speak to these four. And he sort of like lowers his sword a little bit more. He's like, you sure, Father? You questioning me? No, and puts his sword away. He puts his shield back on his back. No, Father, never would I even dream. Good. Clean this mess up while I talk to these four. Think you were quite right, Alcyone. It is quite the night for a stroll by the river. Let's say we take spin.
We might even get to show.
If we're lucky.
What does that mean?
Alcyone, you might even see a show. Sorry.
What does that mean? A show?
Hopefully, you'll see when we get there.
So Father Cochrane sort of gestures. Shall we? Or is there another part of my property you wish to destroy?
That was, in fairness, your faithful servant.
What is your meaning?
The damage is all.
I see.
Shall he come with us? He's quite friendly.
No, he knows what to do.
If you're interested, we did find the mayor.
Did you know? Well, case closed. But, now shall we go?
Yes, let's go for a nice walk.
Bully. And he sort of turns on his heels and begins walking away.
No problem.
Do we want one of these chaps to come with us for...
They will not. They will listen to his word. Also, one just got his face smashed a bit.
Right. No witnesses then?
Y'all following?
I guess so.
Yep.
Okay.
Kashek's gonna cast Cure Wounds on the one that got his face smashed in.
Nice.
Okay, you do so.
10.
Excellent. You cast Cure Wounds upon him, and you hear sort of as his nose kind of like puts itself back into proper order, and the blood, the spurting of blood stops. That we've still got it kind of running down his face and onto his armor. And he goes, and just sort of looks up at you, a little bewildered.
I have undeviated your septum.
He just looks at you, confused.
You're welcome.
And he turns and walks away.
He's still friends with me.
Baby boy.
So all of you going with the father. Great. So you make your way around the side of the building, and as you do, you see a number of priests standing outside the front of the building. And as Father Cochrane passes by them, he just gives a little bit of a hand gesture. And they all bow and make their way into the church, some of them around the side to the back of the building, to go to fulfill some task or other.
These are the ones that we heard called, like, nose and
Correct.
mouth.
Yes, the ones that were moving amongst the visitors to the church yesterday when you came by.
Sure.
That were praying. Father Cochrane, on the other hand, starts moving his way down the western road to the one that you took to make your way out of town yesterday, or
2 days.
yeah, 2 days ago, whatever it was. So you all follow for a ways through the cool night air. Not a sound except for the chirping crickets, who are new actually. You're noticing did not get the same effect as you left traveling through the blighted landscape, but now they sing a chorus, and you travel for about half an hour until you come with the moonlight glistening off of its surface, and you can hear the slowly, lazily running water of the river that you visited before. And he comes to rest, moving up onto its banks, just kind of staring up into the moonlight for a time. Now, I need your help with something.
Not the first thing I expected you to say.
No, I imagine not. You see, I'm trying to figure out if you're smart or not. And I need you to illuminate me. Because if you're smart, I'm liable to let you just walk away from all this. He's different than you've seen him before. He looks a little like exasperated. Not worried or shaken, but when you're just a little fed up. And actually, so as you stand here by the banks, away in the distance, maybe like 100 meters down, you can hear the gentle splashing of the guards and the merry cheers of the guards in the river. So again, I'll say, are you smart or not?
What's your definition?
What an excellent question. Now, if you're smart, I think you'll meander on out of here, having done what you came to do, and not speak about anything that has transpired here. That's what you would do if you were smart.
For the sake of argument, what would we do if we were rather foolish?
What an excellent question. If you were foolish,
Oh, I know where this is going.
you'd play your part. The lapdogs and the little dukelings in the capital. Scurry on back there and tell all kinds of tall tales. And those tall tales would lead to a bit of bad business. You see, I've got the people of the plains on the brink of revolution and revolt. And they know it there, over in the capital. But you see, the brink of revolution is exactly where I like them. Makes them scared, stupid, easy to control. A real revolution, well, that's much messier. You understand? Now, those dukelings over there in the capital, they don't like the kind of influence I have. They do not appreciate the sort of lateral power that it gives me. Makes them a bit nervous, as you understand. And that's actually why I think the real reason you're here. I'm sure they told you to come out here to fix the plague.
But I'll bet every night they bend their knees and say a little prayer that what actually would happen in the due course of you settling the plague is that you bring me down. So I'll ask you again. Are you smart? Or are you the lapdogs doing the business of some dukelings never seen the real world?
Does it make you feel better to know that not once were you mentioned to us?
I'm sure I wasn't.
You're neglecting the third option here.
No, what's that? Illuminate me.
Perhaps I care about seeing people being manipulated.
And what is the end of that, dare I ask?
Why would I presume to know the ends of a million different threads of fate?
I'll bet they were counting on you being one of them bleeding hard tops, make you more liable to kill me. That is what you want to do, isn't it?
Not particularly.
Well then, do me a favor. Let's all do each other a favor. Let's just be honest this once. I'm liable to let you leave, as long as word of this is never breathed. And I think you may be amenable to that. But I could have majorly overestimated you, so what do you say?
Who was your friend from the church?
I told you. A helpful associate.
I thought we were being honest with each other.
I am being honest. He serves a very particular and rather unpleasant service.
And what service is that?
Sometimes, in order to maintain composure in a flock, a demonstration must be applied.
What happens to the mayor if we leave?
He's learned his lesson. You're welcome to take him with you if you want. Don't make no mind of me.
Of course, if we do go back to the capital, and they do send anyone else down here, it only cements the idea in your people's minds that the capital is some brute force worth revolutionizing against.
Absolutely, you're right.
Why he likes them that way.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard to unwhip somebody out of a fervor.
Only too true. So where do we stand, y'all? I need, I'm afraid, to hear it from you all before we conclude our visit here tonight.
I understand your confidence in yourself. Coming out here with the four of us, all by your lonesome without a single, well, look in the distance. Mostly without a single paladin of yours at hand.
Oh no, that is where you are wrong. I'm never alone. The luminary is always with me.
As I say, confidence in yourself. You cannot have considered it an impossibility that we might see this as an opportunity, yes?
To take me out? Well, certainly. And if you don't mind being unwittingly doing the business of some lick-spittle never seen hide nor hair of the real world around you, then I suppose, long as you're confident with that, then maybe I have miscalculated. Maybe you will end my pitiful existence here and run on back to the capital, receive your treat, and pat on the head. I don't know that you will be satisfied with that.
We should instead be satisfied running tail between legs from here so that you can maintain what power you have as opposed to the Duke, yes?
It's worked so far.
And why would that satisfy us more? Why should that be more tempting for us?
Because then you don't have a full-blown revolt on your hands. Then you don't have the entire breadbasket of the Republic up in arms in a time of already considerable strife. Because if you leave this place and don't be telling tall tales, everything goes on as it is, with everyone pretending they're happy, instead of being actually upset.
That's rather funny.
I'm afraid I don't get the joke.
No, and I wouldn't expect you to be entirely honest. You make mockery of the Duke and Duchess, the to-bes if they were, for thinking us bleeding hearts, and yet your success, your determination to have us depart here with you on best terms depends on us being such bleeding hearts. Are you no different?
Everything depends on everything, don't it? Look, have I not made myself explicitly clear here? If you leave this place and tell tall tales, allegations of what may have or may not have transpired here, well, then the capital, the Republic, is gonna have one hell of a bloody business on its hands. It's your choice if that comes to pass or not.
What if that were to come to pass and Casca were to ascend the throne?
I don't know that it would make a huge bout of difference which one ends up on the throne.
Noted. He doesn't say anything else.
So again, I'll ask, my friends, what do we say? Are you smart or not?
Do you want me to drown him in the river?
He would become a martyr if we killed him here.
He's going to become a martyr no matter what.
One takes more time. Many things can happen between now and then. I understand the impulse and appreciate it.
See, I get nervous when there are long silences.
Oh, I'm speaking to Kashak.
Well, Kashak's not the one you should be talking to. The one you should be talking to is me. I'm the one posing a very serious question.
You were expecting us to make a very difficult decision. Very quickly.
Well, it's a difficult place.
I'm afraid I just don't understand what's in it for you. Just holding power over these people, that's all you want?
Isn't that enough?
Why? To what end?
Obviously, you've never been in this position of power before.
No.
Well, was a pity. Still waiting on an
How
answer.
much of the wider world have you seen?
I am the eyes of a luminary. I see all he sees. So enough. What's it gonna be? Are we gonna be at odds? Or are we going to put out on civil paces?
I'm afraid I just can't trust you not to starve these people again.
I'm not gonna let them starve.
You were very willing to.
That would have been fine. Plague would maybe lost a couple here or there. Plague would have righted itself at some point.
That's the part that rankles me. It would not have righted itself unless we had not acted.
Well, there
You
you go.
turned away
You
our
came
help.
out and fixed it.
You turned away our help.
Well, you went and did it anyway, didn't you? See, things have a way of working themselves out.
I think we can be on our way. We can part amicably.
Is that right?
If my friends are agreeable to it. And I think, well, we would like to personally ensure the safety of the mayor. I'm sure he'll have no desire to remain in your tender care.
He is welcome to do as he pleases.
Then you will accept us spending one more night, just this one perhaps, in town. We can be on our merry way.
That I'm not so sure about.
Then we shall have to go into the church to get him ourselves tonight.
Go right ahead.
Any objections, my friends?
No.
This talk has been illuminating. You seem like you could use a bit of a frolic, though. They're having a good time down there.
You think you're very funny?
I think one should find humor where they can, especially in the more serious aspects of life.
That I cannot disagree with. Well then, if our business is settled, you may be on your way.
Have a pleasant evening. No one will stop us when we go down into the church. Keep your hands off us.
He just sort of looks innocent. He gets an innocent look on his face and puts his palms together in making a prayer. My
Right.
hands will stay right here.
Are any of them called hands, or are they just fingers? Palms?
Alcyone, there's a man who's hurt.
That's fair. Good night, Father Cochrane.
Walk in the luminary's light. Adieu.
You do the same.
I am bathed in it at all times.
So we hear. We'll go back to the top.
Interesting, okay. You do so. Yeah, you head back to town.
He does not walk with us, I assume.
No.
Hobo's not out of line.
He does have us over a barrel. We can't take him out without making him a martyr. We can't get the capital involved without making him a martyr. We can't...
What's wrong with that?
They'll spur the people into violence.
We don't want to make... I don't want to make friends or enemies of the capital, but I especially don't want to make enemies of the capital.
He's not correct, if that's what you're worried about.
About what? Been called foolish before, it doesn't bother me.
I don't mean that, no. He very much is under the impression he has us right where he wants us.
No, I know he doesn't do that. I just... To remove one seat of power doesn't immediately put it back into the hands of all of the people.
No, indeed.
I don't care if we're unpopular, I care if something rises up in the meantime.
Yes, I mean, our options essentially were find a way to deal with him tonight, or not. And we've gone with not. That is all.
Ideally, we'd like to have him become his own undoing with many eyes of many people upon him, but I do not think that's going to happen.
Not in the current scenario, no, but time moves on.
Perhaps we should have gone into the church in the daytime, and then the strangely dressed man could have...
You wouldn't have been able to
You're
get in.
expected to get into his office and down the stairs under his desk.
He reminds me of Otto, or Siegfried. We can't leave him there.
What do you suppose we do with him?
I don't know.
I saw the man's mind. I do not have the capabilities.
There wasn't really much you could do for our other friends either, but they deserve
Right.
better than a life in a cage.
The man doesn't want anything else. That's how broken he is.
We run into much the same problem as we did at the Abbey.
Right.
We got lucky then that we didn't have to make a decision.
That's one way of describing it, yeah.
This man will live. He will continue serving his unfortunate purpose, but if you fear his demise, you needn't fear that. Perhaps we can, or someone can find a way for him. But we must be out of fear this evening.
The mayor is in the basement of the church. There is a lever on Father Cochrane's desk. It may still be open, the stairway downstairs. I need to go back to Whiskey Rivers.
Kashek, would you come with me? He may need attention. Would you mind going to the mayor's residence to find Hager?
Yes.
We can get them both out tonight.
I can't go unseen, but
We have, to use the infernal phrase, carte blanche this evening. Come morning, we do not.
right. Just put it out there.
Valid.
I wasn't saying it was a good thing that we didn't have to make that decision, just that it happened.
He did seem quite terrified at the prospect that we would just try to reveal what he is doing here, though. You could not hide that. Much as he wants to seem in charge.
I think we'd be foolish to let it go unremarked. We have told him we will not, but why should he believe us and why should we obey?
Does it ever make anyone else sad that our motives are always questioned? Like, it's really so unbelievable that you might actually just want to make someone's life a little easier.
It is an uncommon opinion.
For people like Father Cochrane, I don't think the thought ever crosses his mind.
He spoke of power. Power reveals. If one is an individual of that nature, they often seek power. And once they have it, it's games, ploys. Well, I don't think you should despair. It's not a kind thought, certainly, but there are many stubs in the world.
They're in danger.
There are many angels out there.
He's looking at a lightning book.
We'll go back to the church.
I'm gonna
The
go
only
back
angel
to
I
Whiskey
ever met
Rivers.
was
I'm going to follow Alcyone.
So back to the church. You guys are going to Whiskey Rivers.
I'm going to Whiskey Rivers. She's
I'm
going to the
going to
mayor's
the
house.
to get
Yes. Okay. Great. Let's do the church first. So, okay,
Do we see the big man again?
the guy
Yeah.
with no face.
Yeah.
No face.
Yeah.
Walking back into the church. No, you don't.
How long have we gone?
But half hour out there. You only talked for like 5 minutes.
But a half hour back.
Yeah.
The
So
spell has ended.
an hour or so. Oh, on the
The big man.
on no face. Okay.
Yeah. The bathing guys, they're still frolicking.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. they
They'll
are.
be out there all night.
Until they get tired, they're doing that.
You make your way back to the church. Making your way inside, there are a number of clerics milling about, sort of seemingly tidying up the back of the building and moving through the church. You see, kind of looking up and making your way up into the office. I assume you are making your way up.
That's what we
into
were
his
told to do. Yeah, they described to go through the office, so we will go through there.
You do so. You see the desk still to one side with the staircase leading down. You make your way into the dimly lit chamber that Seren and Surrie discovered earlier. The mayor, still strung up, manacled. As you approach, he doesn't react in any way. He seems to be,
Alive?
We'll
doesn't
see.
react in any way.
Okay.
As you approach, you see him sort of gently breathing. So, yes, alive, but he seems to be unconscious at the moment.
I'll attempt to do the manacles if we can.
You'd need some kind of leverage. He's kind of like strung up in the air.
Kashek, would you hold on to him? Take his weight.
I can fly up and hold him.
Mm-hmm. You do so?
I will attempt. And you can let me know if this doesn't work. Attempt to cast Ray of Frost on each of the points holding him.
Mm-hmm.
Not on his skin, of course, but like.
Yeah, sure.
You don't need those.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trying to make them brittle so you can smash them.
Ideally, yeah.
Yes.
Starting with the top two so we can lower him.
Sure.
So he's
Yeah.
not hanging by his.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just kind of steadily go about your work, frosting over the manacles, and you sort You manage to frost them over, shatter them, and eventually, maybe after about 15 minutes or so of steady work, he comes loose, and you hold them in your arms, Kashek.
Thank you.
I'll lay him down.
Yeah, definitely seeming to be unconscious, but you can still his breathing is slow but steady.
Cure wounds at second level.
You do so. And you can see some of the cuts across his body kind of sew themselves.
15.
Yeah, as you move your hands across, healing his wounds.
I mean, he's an NPC, Michael. How many hit points could he have?
Yeah, I think that's more than his total.
Rip.
Rest in peace.
I
She
know.
crushed it. She crushed it.
As you move your hands across him, healing his wounds, you see his eyes kind of flicker open, and as he comes back to consciousness, at first he sort of like tenses and makes these panicked noises, and his eyes kind of fly wide. He looks at both of you, and after a minute, sort of recognition kind of dawns on his face.
We're going to get you out of here, Mayor. It's all right.
We'll come back to his house.
Great.
Oh, that's real sad.
Yeah.
Go to his house.
I'll go in. I'll knock upon the secret door. If I remember where it is.
Secret doorway.
No answer.
It's Surrie, Alcyone and Kashek's friend.
No answer.
Oh, come on.
Can I try to pick the lock again?
Uh-huh.
Have I lost this yet?
Maybe she's asleep.
You have 10 minutes.
Maybe she
Hate being
decided
a
to
rogue.
just.
It's so much mad.
She might be asleep.
Maybe she just decided to make a run for it.
We told her to wait.
28.
You trip the lock again, and the illusion again, just like earlier, the illusion dissipates, and the door swings open a little bit.
Yeah, I'll go in.
You go inside. Earlier in the day, there was a candle lit, but as you make your way in now, it's completely dark. You don't see anyone in the hideout.
Does anything else look different?
Give me a perception check.
26.
There's not a lot in here. It's a really basic room. There's really just sort of a bed, like a chamber pot in the corner, and there's a small bookshelf in
Yeah.
there? Yes, a small bookshelf, yep. No, I don't think it doesn't look different.
Look different.
No.
Can I go up to that 3rd floor?
Yep, up to the mayor's room. Mm-hmm. Yep, you do so. You go inside. No one there.
Can I just do a sweep, see if there's like a basement?
You do a sweep of the house, but you don't find a soul there.
We mentioned Whiskey Rivers to her. Maybe she'll be there.
Speaking of which, we'll go to Whiskey Rivers.
Cast Find Corpse.
Find dwarf.
It's only picking up door.
As soon as Surrie kind of starts to go off in the direction of the mayor's house, I'm like very calmly walking, and then I like hug it.
Okay, yeah. Make your way inside. At this point in the night, the dining room is completely dark. You don't see anyone behind the bar or anything. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna teleport up the stairs if it's dark,
You do so.
and then back into our room.
You do so. Throwing the door open, you see your room as you left it. The baby curled up on the bed. He kind of throws his head up as you slam into the door, and he sort of throws his head up. His little great horned owl ears go up on high alert. He's like,
And I just collect all of her stuff.
mm-hmm.
Do we all have the one room?
No, I think you all had your own rooms, didn't you? Or was
Technically.
it 2 and 2?
Technically.
3 rooms.
3 rooms, yeah.
I'm
I think
gonna
he gave us 4, but we only used 3.
collect up Mr. Man. I thought you weren't gonna be here. And then I nestle him back into my shirt.
You do so.
Collect our belongings.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Go collect their stuff if they left anything behind.
Yeah. I assumed you would have.
Kushak doesn't have enough.
Yeah, I don't think
mind.
Kushak really travels
Yeah.
very much. Yeah, I imagine all of you travel pretty late.
Then I sweep their 2 rooms to see if they left anything behind.
Uh-huh.
And I'll leave a gold piece again in our room for Mr. Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
And go grab our horses.
As you make your way out of the room and back down the stairs into the dining room, you come upon Mr. Jenkins standing in the middle of the dining room. He's got his little, like, Ebenezer Scrooge nightcap on and, like, a night dress. And he's holding a candle. Just one candle in the middle of the room. Oh, it's you. I thought I heard a noise. Mighty late to be up and about. Everything all right?
Not really, but nothing to be concerned about, I think.
Whoa. Young miss, I hope you don't mind my saying, but you look like you've seen a ghost. What's got you in such a stir?
You know, I think it's better for everyone involved if I don't mention anything else.
Well, that's fair. Your business. And he takes notice of all your packs. You're leaving in the middle of the night, are you?
Well, it wasn't necessarily our decision, but I can't say we're not.
Well,
Something about a tumbleweed maybe gathering no dust.
well, I can't so much as speak to that. I'm more of a moss-gathering stone than a free-living tumbleweed, but that's your business. Is there... I'll let you be on your way. Don't let my old self get in the way of your hero business. Take on.
Did you need something from us?
No. I just, I was just curious. I've just seen you. I've only ever seen you in the group. Are they okay?
Oh, yeah, no, just splitting up to get more done in a shorter amount of time.
Prudent.
If I had known I was going to run into you here, I would have put it in your hand personally, but I did leave some. I left a gold upstairs for you.
Oh, that's fine. Payment's your company enough.
Pleasant evening.
Yeah, well, take care of yourself.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Happy to do it.
Sleep.
Okay, and you go. Yeah, the horse is still hitched outside.
Grab them.
Yeah. So you guys are making your way from the church with the mayor.
Yes, if we've...
Well, yeah. So yeah. Let's flip back to the church. So he's back to consciousness, just sort of looking up, nervously, kind of afraid at the both of you.
Let's try this again. We've come to help, and so we shall. And now you can say that we're pals, and I'm going to
Okay, great.
give inspiration to him.
Yeah, that's so good.
It is. I only have so many uses of it, of course,
Yeah,
but
right.
but yes,
That's really handy.
it is. For 10 minutes.
So you reach out sort of telepathically with your mind, and you're as you do so, you're sort of blasted with fear and anxiety.
Mayor Paisley, you can speak to me like this.
What happened? Where are your friends?
They're safe. They're all right.
Whoa, Luminaries, thanks for that. What happened? Is Father Cochrane dead? Is he gone?
He's not dead, nor is he gone.
How did you find me?
Our friends are very intrepid, and we heard from Hager that they had you.
Oh, yes. She was hidden away, meaning to make her escape by night. Is she all right?
As far as I know, she was going to make her escape. We have sent for her. Hopefully she'll be joining us if she can.
Thank Lord alive for that. I'm very weak.
We can together manage you, I think. They will not accost us, but we must be out of town tonight.
Let's get out of here then.
Let's do it.
You maybe both just kind of take an arm and make
Yeah,
your way
we
back
can-
up the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do so. Sorry, anything else you want to do at the mayor's house, or just head back?
If I've looked everywhere, then
Yeah, you gave.
is there a basement? I don't know why she would.
How much time do you want to spend?
but No more than 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, then no, you don't find anything.
Yeah, I'll.
Make your way back to Whiskey Rivers. Okay, yeah. So you arrive. Seren is coming out, unhitching the horses. Just as you finish sort of unhitching them and getting maybe the bags packed and ready to leave, Surrie makes her way into the square here.
She's not there. I looked everywhere.
Did it look like there was a struggle?
No.
I mean, she was. Dwarf's pretty small and he can handle himself, but she was pretty small. It might not have even been. Maybe she
went on her own.
Maybe she didn't listen to us, and maybe she
Maybe she
slipped out.
Maybe she went on her own. She's not in the tavern or anything.
No one was awake. We should go.
I'm sorry.
We've done our best. And it's frustrating to not be able to fix the situation entirely, but we've done our best. But I think it's wiser for us to part now peacefully and know that at least no harm will come in the interim while we maybe devise another plan.
Yeah. You're right.
Let's go get the others before something else happens.
Making your way south towards the church. Yeah, you do so. And as you sort of make your way, maybe halfway down the road, the southward road, you see Alcyone Kashek holding up the mare, making their way up the road. I assume you guys would make your way back towards Whiskey Rivers, yes?
Yeah, we
Okay,
assume we're going to come.
So as you're making your way up, before you hit the town square, you see these two coming down the road.
I just sort of look at them.
I just nod, so Surrie doesn't have to say anything.
Then we'll keep going.
Okay. You make your way out down the road, southward. Buildings start to get smaller and smaller as you reach the edge of town, and as you make your way down to the south entrance, familiarly, like when you were leaving the last time, there he is. It is what remains of his paladins. Arrayed, and the clerics again, arrayed at the south edge of town to see you off.
A few gaps.
Father Cochrane is sat up on a horse as the others are arrayed across sort of the road out of town here, and sort of takes you all in again. Well, glad you enjoyed your time in Treybin. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Very compassionate of you.
I am filled with the love of the luminary. 'Tis my duty upon the earth to share it where it may be sought.
Evidently.
All the best to the town of Treybin.
And sort of as you're getting to the mayor next to you starts to squirm. Do you still have the thing? Or is it run out?
It's only 10 minutes, but if I hear it start to squirm again, I will do it again.
Hager. We can't leave without Hager.
I don't think they could find her.
What do you mean? What happened?
We don't know.
Wait, we can't just leave. It's good. Maybe a little astray. We can't just leave the people here with that monster ruling over them.
Is there a problem, friends?
You wouldn't happen to know the whereabouts of the woman who kept the mayor's house, would you?
Dwarf,
That's the one?
when a sin is trespassed against the Father, there are but two ways: to redeem oneself or to hide in sin. You've seen what comes of redemption, gesturing to the mayor. The dwarf, well, she tried to hide in sin.
That's not an answer.
I think it is, Alcyone. And now I think it's time for you all to go. This can't stand, you hear in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's worse than all the monsters and all the tales they tell children. He's real.
How many clerics are with them?
Are you counting body parts?
No.
Head, shoulders, knees, toes.
6.
6 clerics.
6, yeah.
4 paladins.
Yeah.
Including the nose smash one.
And the man himself.
I
Bro-
do reach over and take Seren's hand.
Yeah, and I take hers back just to stay.
Oof, confused here, Alcyone. I thought we had an agreement.
Sorry, what are they arranged in, roughly speaking?
So there's the father kind of in the center of the road,
Yeah.
and then the 3 clerics to either side of him sort of flanking him.
Mm.
And then the 4 now paladins arrayed in front.
Alright. Roads how wide, roughly?
30, let's say.
Alright. Then in the mind, I'll say to the mayor, don't worry. We'll have this in hand. Get some rest.
What do you mean?
I mean, you should get some rest.
I can't rest. I've been through too much, seen too much, and I need to know what happened to Hager. She's a good and kind soul.
I'm gonna start Weird Horse.
There you go. Make your way now. All of you following along. Where did you have the mayor? Did you put him on a horse, or was he walking next to you?
I figured we put him on a horse, but
Yeah.
You have 3. Yeah. So who's he with?
He can be on mine because I put little man in the saddlebag.
Okay. Yeah. He's kind of jumping up and down behind you as you make your way.
as we're moving.
It takes me a second, but I do follow.
My eyes are locked on Alcyone.
This can't stand. It won't stand. It can't.
And he falls sideways off the horse that you are on, and before he hits the ground, he begins to turn and change. Dark hair ripples off of his face, and as he lands on the ground, he is transformed into a black bear. And he starts barreling down the road towards the
Well,
bear.
he made our decision.
Well, I was already, but yes.
She's about to make another one.